What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? Oh, we got another great show for you again this week. Not only do we drink and review some delicious beers, but in our beer news, we talk about beer that's not beer. Well, to be technically correct, to get technical about it, it's non-alcoholic beer. What's the difference between non-alcoholic beer and alcohol-free beer? Well, you'll find out a little bit later. And I kind of knew, but it just cleared things up for me. And then a superhero is coming out with a non-alcoholic beer. So it's a non-alcoholic beer news story. During our Cöld Brüe list, we run down the top 21 grossing holiday films, Christmas films in the U.S. So that was kind of fun, a little eye-opening, and some of the ones I haven't seen. Let's see how many you have seen in the list. And then during our Drunken Shenanigans, we talk a little bit about football. We talk about the 49ers. Then we also talk about the Steelers Redskins game and the finish on that. And then we talk a little bit about Tom Brady. How's he doing? How's he doing in the broadcast booth? Do we even really need him in the broadcast booth? Oh, anyway, I won't get into that any further. Don't forget to follow us on Untapped and on Instagram. Just search Cöld Brüe Podcast on every app. All right, so without much further ado, it's time for another Cöld Brüe. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cöld Brüe Studios. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
Oh, how you doing this week, man?
Oh, doing well.
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, still, well, timestamp it Sunday night, so I'm off tomorrow. I don't know if you are.
No, it's another fake holiday.
Oh, jeez. Don't start with that. Our sarcasm is lost on so many people.
People don't get it. Just, disclaimer, if I don't get the day off from work, it's not a real holiday.
There you go.
But so according to that logic, then Black Friday and Christmas Eve are holidays.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man. Yeah, had a good day today. I went out on Saturday. Went out with the Beer Bays family for their annual release, and so then I had my daughter today instead, and we went ice skating. She ice skated. She went ice skating with her friends. I didn't go because every time I go with her and she wants to ice skate and she sees a friend, then they're there ice skating, and I'm like by myself and I get bored.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you were boring.
I am a boring guy, yes. And I'm sure you're gonna get this soon, but you're not cool anymore. As soon as you have a kid, you're not cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, right now you're the center of their world, but as they get older, you get less cool.
I can't wait to get the Bruce Pritchard shirt. I used to be over.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
I think once your eldest turns about 10, that's when you should start wearing the shirt. Because that's what
it was a good run.
All right. All right. Well, let's get to the beer, shall we?
Sure.
All right. Today I have in front of me, from our good friends at Wren House Brewing Company in Phoenix, Arizona. I have their Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Now, it is a 6.9% alcohol by volume IPA. And do you love the sunshine?
Of course, I'm everyone.
It's a hazy IPA, and according to their write-up, we had our friends over from at Zia Records, or is it Zia Records? ZIA Records, again, to brew with us, listening to great music and whipping up a special collaboration for our event this Friday. That was the other Friday, by the way. This oat-heavy, hazy IPA drinks with a bigger body than some previous single IPA releases, hopped with Nelson, Mosaic, and Chinook, bringing aromas of pineapple and extra pulp orange juice. Expect big flavors of white grape, passion fruit, making for a refreshing tropical forward IPA. All right, so here we go. Let's pop off. What do you got?
I have from our friends out of Deschutes.
Ooh,
Their Black Butte.
very nice.
I think it's 36, right? Go with me. Roman numerals. XXXVI.
Yeah, that checks out.
Okay. So it's the Black Butte with chocolate and peanut butter.
Ooh, all right.
So it's not the regular one. It's like a variant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so according to the label, this special 36th anniversary beer was inspired by the signature dessert at our original brew pub in Bend, Oregon, the peanut butter pie. Dig into this decadent bourbon barrel-aged brew with notes of dark chocolate and creamy peanut butter dolloped with a sweet vanilla cream. Cheers to 36 years. It says brewed with chocolate, peanut butter, vanilla, and milk sugar aged in bourbon barrels. This bad boy comes in at 12 fluid ounces.
Oh, okay, yeah. The big beer, I get it.
No. Where's ABV? There it is, 11.4. So without any further ado, cap.
Yeah, so the shoots 36, that's a long fucking time for anything to be around. So for that brew to keep going. I mean, of course it's 600 years old like Weinstefaner, but still, you got to start somewhere.
Right.
So good for them. Anyway, so let's get back to my beer. This Everybody Loves the Sunshine. It's really good. Just like they said, there's some white grape, some tropical goodness to it. It's really soft and pillowy. Not a lot of carbonation, which is fine because with hazies, there's usually when you pour it, there's a little bit, but then it subsides, and that's what gives it more of a softer mouthfeel to it. So it's really good. I like this one a lot. This one's excellent beer by Wren House, and I wouldn't expect less.
All right. Well, while you were talking about your beer, I was drinking mine. So right away, typical super dark barrel-aged stout color. Very little to zero foam when I poured it, and it needs to open up a bit. It's strong. The barrel aging notes are up front, and then you get a little bit of sweetness of the chocolate. Not feeling too much of the peanut butter at this point. Or they said a dollop of vanilla. I mean, there is sweetness. That might be some of the vanilla coming through. However, opening it up, it's not overpowering, but it's got that big beer, that strong taste that you get with barrel aging. I like it.
Very nice. All right, so we will rate our beers later on during our Untapped portion of the show. Don't forget to follow us on Untapped. Search Cöld Brüe Podcast and friend us, and we'll friend you back. But right now, it's time for some beer news. All right, so just two stories today, and they're kind of, the topics are related. That's about it. The first one comes to us from VinePair, written by Olivia White, and the headline is The Difference Between Non-Alcoholic Beer and Alcohol-Free Beer. So non-alcoholic NA beer has been on a nonstop tear. Last year, the NA beer and cider category experienced 30% volume growth, a number well above that of non-alcoholic wine and spirits, according to data analytics company IWSR. And that growth hasn't slowed. This year, NA beer has been outpacing the total beer category with on-premises beer, on-premise. That can't be right. It's got to be on-premises. Beer sales by value down 2.9% year over year from May 2023 to May 2024. By contrast, non-alc beer was up a whopping 33.7%, as pointed out by CGA by NIQ. There's a lot of acronyms here. With such undeniable consumer appeal, it's important for said customers to understand exactly they're drinking. The first lesson to learn about NA beer is that the products in the category aren't technically beer. According to the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, beer is a beverage containing 0.5% or more of alcohol by volume, brewed or produced from malt, wholly or in part, or from any substitute for the malt. NA brews fall beneath this threshold, so producers are not legally able to label their products as beer. Instead, brands must opt for language like near beer, brew, malt beverage, or cereal beer. Moreover, the non-alcoholic and alcohol-free labels are not interchangeable. So what's the difference? Non-alcoholic brews must have less than 0.5% ABV to still be tobacco. What's it? The TBB, which is the Alcohol, Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau. To be TBB compliant, the statement contains less than 0.5% or 0.5% alcohol by volume must be printed directly next to non-alcoholic on these cans or bottles in a legible font against a contrasting background. The alcohol-free label carries even stricter requirements. The beer must contain 0% alcohol. And to verify a brand's claim, each producer must send a liquid sample to the TTB for proper testing to ensure the beverage is truly zero proof. The distinction is likely why many brands like Guinness and Heineken have specifically leaned into the 0.0 messaging with their alcohol-free products. Sorry, I had to giggle because 0.0 is from Animal House, right?
Right.
Let's see. One more paragraph. It's important to note that to feel the influence of the small amount of alcohol present in non-alcoholic brews, a person would need to drink over 40 cans. That said, if you want to ensure you're avoiding all alcohol at all costs, it's best to play it safe by opting for a can expressly labeled as alcohol-free. So it's kind of it reminds me of the whole gluten-reduced to gluten-free type beers.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. People who buying that stuff, they don't care. People who don't buy that stuff don't care.
Okay, but I mean, the 33% growth year over year, that can't be ignored by brewing companies.
I get it. They want to protect what they're doing and don't want to expand the pool to stuff that is not the same as theirs, but kind of stealing the name.
But I mean, at the same time, if that category is growing and they were able to produce it, why not try to get some business out of it?
Yeah, true.
And
True.
maybe make one that's actually worth trying. Because the ones that I've always tried, there's just like, I don't get it. Unless you really need to stop drinking beer for health purposes or whatever. Yeah, give me regular beer, please.
Bird.
And then one more thing. It is another non-alcoholic beer story. Comes to us from Euronews, the food and drinks section. Sober sense is tingling. Tom Holland launches a non-alcoholic beer brand. Spider-Man actor Tom Holland has branched out into the drinks industry through the launch of Brüe, a new line of non-alcoholic beers. Tom Holland tried Dry January in a viral initiative from Alcohol Change UK to encourage Brits to abstain from alcohol for the month in 2022, and he never looked back. The 28-year-old actor has spoken openly about realizing after that a month how much alcohol has impacted his life. It's a pretty generic story. I was drinking too much. I was the type of person that when I'd have one beer, I couldn't just have one beer. Oh, yeah, it kind of sounds like me. I knew I had a bit of a problem for a while, he told Forbes in an interview about the launch. If I had his money, I'd probably have more of a problem. I could see that.
Word.
After finding Dry January surprisingly tough, he decided to extend the challenge through February. February was no easier. Then I did March, and I sort of said to myself, look, if I can do 6 months without drinking, I get to June 1st, which is my birthday, I would have proved to myself that I don't have a problem. When his birthday came around, he felt better than he had in years. It inspired him to cut out alcohol permanently. It was very difficult. It has been the hardest thing I've ever done and arguably the greatest achievement of my life. I'm very proud to be sober today. Now, over 2 years after that decision, Holland has this week launched the non-alcoholic beer brand Brüe with the help of brewery Grant Wood. During the brewery process, the company uses a maltose negative yeast so that the beer can ferment as usual without the maltose sugars interacting with the yeast to create alcohol. 3 non-alcoholic beers are now available: Kingston Golden Pills, Edge Hill Hazy IPA, and Noon Wheat. The first 2 are nods to Holland's South London home. While the non-alcoholic beer market has a long way to go before it is in step with alcoholic alternative, it is a steadily growing market. Last year, the global market was worth around 31.5 billion euros and expected to continue to increase. Starting alcohol brands is hardly new for celebrities. Snoop Dogg has his wine, Ryan Reynolds has his gin, and Kendall Jenner her tequila. She's got a tequila?
Yeah, the 818.
No, this first I heard of it. And this is a rare example of a teetotal celebrity starting a non-alcoholic brand. Holland joins the ranks of Kylie Minogue with her no alcohol sparkling rosé that mirrors her supremely popular alcoholic Prosecco rosé. All right, so she has both. She's trying to get both markets. I could
playing both sides of the fence.
Exactly. I like that. All right, that was it. 2 non-alcoholic beer stories. Seems to be the trend. So, good for them. Those who want it. I'm glad there's more of a variety now because, man, back in the day where there was like maybe 2 non-alcoholic beers you could choose from. Like, was it O'Doul's and I forgot the name of the other one. Sharps? Is that one of them?
Yeah, Miller Sharps, O'Doul's. Was Moosehead Lager?
No, that was a legit beer.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but yeah, now there's a wide variety for those out there. So man, good. Maybe I'll find a non-alcoholic IPA that's actually decent. All right, that's all I have for the beer news this week. So you know what that means?
I think I do.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment on Cöld Brüe because it's my favorite segment. It's time for the Cöld Brüe list.
So let me ask you this. With the holiday season approaching, what's your favorite holiday movie?
Oh, well, I don't know. The next holiday is Thanksgiving, so I always like to watch Plane, Trains, and Automobiles and Dutch. That's a good Thanksgiving one, but Christmas is bigger, so I don't know. Probably, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I have a few that, I always have to dip in, like Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, the usual, the ever controversial Die Hard. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, I asked for the question, where are movies made?
Movies are made in Hollywood.
No, why?
Oh, why are movies made? Yes. Entertainment, to escapism.
Yes. Right, and what does this escapism produce for
joy.
the movie makers?
Oh, money.
For the movie makers.
Money.
Yes. Yes, the root of all evil.
Right.
So, with that, I have a list of the top 15 highest grossing Christmas films.
Okay.
So, I'm going to do 20.
All right. Yeah, let's do 20. Why not?
Actually, I got to do 21.
Oh, okay.
And you'll know why.
All right.
You'll know why as soon as I say 21.
All right.
At $141,603,197 and counting. Okay. 1988's Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Like I said, it's controversial. Some people think it is. Some people think it's not. I tend to think I'm in the first camp. I think it is.
It is. So yeah, that's 21 on this list, and that's some good coinage, right?
Yeah, 141. They probably they probably only the budget was probably like 20 million or something like that. So totally made their money back.
20 million in 1988 dollars too. So, hey,
right, true.
That was a big budget.
The explosion. That's what got it.
Yes. Going on. I'm not gonna shout out all these numbers because I'll get tongue tied like I normally do. But I'll just talk about the money, and I'll just say, like Die Hard was. I said the whole thing, but I'll just say, 141 million.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So next one on the list, number 20, is a little bit shocking. Is Arthur Christmas?
Oh, I kind of remember that one. Wasn't that one like a?
Dudley Moore? Arthur is
No,
the.
it wasn't that one. It was a. I think it was an animated film. Like it was like a like someone's like Santa's kid or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it was like the part 3 of the Arthur. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
What's his name?
yeah. Dudley Moore, yeah.
Dudley
And
Moore, yeah.
And Russell Brand like rebooted it.
Oh, geez. Okay, I feel stupid. Anyway, well, that makes sense now. I'm like, really, Arthur Christmas? But if it's like a kid,
It's a kid film, yeah.
a kid's, yeah, it's coming in at $147 million
Right.
in change. Number 9, Teen. Here's one of those Christmas adjacent movies, if you will.
Yeah.
Coming in at 153 million and almost 154 million. 1984's Gremlins.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie. I like it. It's fun. It's also a little scary.
Definitely. Okay, so real quick, I've seen Die Hard. I haven't seen Arthur Christmas, obviously.
Me neither. I haven't seen it either.
I've seen Gremlins, and then this next one I haven't seen. It's a newer one, 2008, Four Christmases.
Oh, that's my daughter. She used to watch it all the time, even when it wasn't Christmas. So I've seen that movie plenty of times. It's great with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn, and they get caught. They use their dinks, right? Dual income, no kids.
Yeah.
And so they always go away for Christmas, but they get caught with their lie because they always say they're going to help charity, but they go like to Tahiti or some shit. And then they have to spend, because both their parents are divorced, so they have to go to all their parents' house for Christmas. And they're all wholly unique in their own.
Interesting. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. You should check it out. It's hilarious, man.
It's $163 million of hilarity.
Totally worth it.
Okay. Next one, 17. The Santa Claus 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that one with Tim Allen, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen Santa Claus 1 or 2.
Okay.
Or 3. I don't know how many they're on. What is this franchise? However, I do have Disney Plus, and I believe they're on that. So I might check it out.
Okay.
I don't know. My daughters really don't watch movies. They like parts of movies and clips like YouTube and stuff, but they don't like watching the whole movie.
Yeah, they'll get there. They're still too young.
Yeah. So, yeah, Santa Claus 2 with 172 million.
All right.
And counting.
Right.
Here's one, and oh wow, this is a newer one, yet it's an older one.
Wow.
Yes, it's called The Nutcracker and the Four Realms.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it came out in 2018.
Okay.
It's a Disney thing.
Yeah.
So 173 million, almost 174 million.
All right.
Nutcracker, but yeah, I'm going back to obviously based on the Christmas musical play, Nutcracker. Ballet. There you go. Chalet. Everything. Quasi.
Blase.
Per se.
Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Okay. Number 15, Daddy's Home 2.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen Daddy's Home like plenty of
Yeah.
times. I think I've only seen Daddy's Home 2 like once.
Well, okay, I have never seen Daddy's Home 2. I've seen part of Daddy's Home. The first one just kept getting interrupted.
Yeah.
My wife's a big fan. She loves him. She trying to introduce him to me, and yet get caught up doing stuff. I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But Daddy's Home 2, 180 million.
Yeah, because it's got Lithgow and Gibson are in it, right? Those are like the two new characters that they introduced, and they're really great.
Yes, I heard.
Okay.
Number 14, While You Were Sleeping.
I didn't know that was a Christmas film, to be honest. I had no idea.
Yeah. I think I saw it, but 1995, a long time ago. 182 million.
Okay. Yeah, that's that.
It's a nice little romantic comedy.
Yeah, a little Sandy Bullock romantic comedy with Bill Pullman.
Is that Lone Star?
Yeah, Lone Star. Yeah, that's him.
All right. Well, 182 million.
All right.
Number 13, The Santa Claus. All right, so the original. Oh. So the sequel made it, and the original is climbing 190 million.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Tim Allen, 1994 Tim Allen. That's like heyday Tim Allen right there, right?
Oh, yeah, that was Tim Allen.
Yes. Cool time.
Right.
Next on the list, breaking the $200 million mark at $205 million. 2006, The Holiday.
I've never seen that one at all.
Jack Black's in it.
Yeah. I remember Jack Black, Cameron Diaz, right? But yeah,
Kate Winslet.
I don't think I've ever seen it. If I have, it's been like parts, because I know I do remember a Jack Black scene from that movie. So it must have been on TV one time, and not like I was actually sitting there. I was at somebody's house and it was on. Let's put it that way.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I have no desire. I'm not. I wouldn't call that even a rom-com. It seems more like a rom drama.
Could be.
Anyway.
Could be.
205 though. It broke the 200 million mark, so that's good.
Yeah. Number 11. Elf.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's another one I kind of always want to see. Little bits and pieces of it here and there.
2003 Elf. They made 225 million and counting. Elf popular, as popular of a movie it is, as cool as a movie it is, or good, however you want to phrase it. I've only seen it once. It was in the theater, and I do remember it. I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
However, I didn't realize it was going to take off like it did. And since then, I have never really seen it other than clips or social media, like sections or like, little viral moments.
Right.
Or in between flipping channels. There you go.
And it still to this day, I like the movie. I think it's funny. James Caan's performance, it's hard to take. He's just it seems like he's not buying into the movie the whole time.
Yeah. He was just there for a check.
It seemed there for a check, or like he's like halfway through you're like, does he even want to be there? It doesn't seem like he wants to be in the movie. But anyway, still funny though.
Well, I blame Favreau for that.
But it's got some really heartwarming moments and funny moments. So anyway, I don't know why we're trying to sell the movie. Or why I'm trying to sell the movie. Let's move on.
Number 10, Die Hard 2.
That makes sense. I mean, after the popularity of the first one, I could see why Die Hard 2 did better at the box office, because everyone's waiting to see the next chapter.
Yes. With John Amos. All right.
Yeah.
So 1990, 240 million. Number 9. Okay, so we saw Elf. We saw Die Hard 2. I don't think I've seen number 9. Actually, I know I haven't. It's called Love Actually.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen it either.
It's with Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, Laura Linney, Emma Thompson. Yeah. Alan Rickman.
I know. I was going to say, you might want to watch it now.
Yes. So, yeah, exactly. Okay. Thank you. See you next time. All right. Until next time. Whatever. Yeah. Love Actually, 245 million in 2003.
Very nice.
Wow, so Love Actually and Elf were in the theaters at the same time.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 8, 1992. This could be one of those Christmas adjacent movies, but it is a Christmas movie in my eyes. Batman Returns.
How is it a Christmas movie?
It happened during Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean the whole like the speeches and the tree and all that stuff yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, you're right. It happened during Christmas, but just because it happened during Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
I would say so too, because I think didn't that circus gang and stuff like that, wasn't that like their cartwheel to come out in the world?
Yeah.
Didn't they use that as a distraction, the parade or the lighting of the tree to
the tree ceremony? Yeah.
Make a scene.
It's a good point. Yeah, they use Christmas as a reason for doing stuff. Kind of like that's what the big argument about Die Hard is, right? Because he went out there to visit for Christmas so he could visit his kids and the Christmas party and everything. But yeah, anyway, okay, all right. So I'm in.
They say it. 266 million.
Okay, nice.
Number 7. Here's one I haven't seen. Nothing against it. Just 2004's Polar Express.
Yeah, that's another one I've seen, just bits and pieces. I've never seen the whole thing all the way through, but I hear it's endearing. The animation's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Kind of like a Pixar, but not there yet.
Yes.
or kind of went with that. Yeah, that 3D animation.
The
style.
Realism, right? The trying to capture the realism, but it's still more like a painting or a drawing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a Zemeckis film, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, that made some serious coin at 315 million.
Oh, break the 300 million mark. Nice.
Yes. Moving on, A Christmas Carol.
Oh, there's been so many. Which one?
That's a good one. This one is 2009's A Christmas Carol. With Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Okay, that's I think another Zemeckis film. Back to back.
I believe so. Yeah.
Good job.
And yeah, that's again that interesting animation style too.
Oh yeah, that one's more of a CGI though, right?
There you go. But yeah, this SOB made 325 million.
Wow. All right, good for it.
And I don't mean Zemeckis or Carrey. I'm just talking about the film.
Okay.
So real quick, I haven't seen Polar Express or The Christmas Carol 2009 rendition.
Oh, okay. I've seen parts of 2009 Christmas Carol, but not the whole thing, like sitting all the way through. Like it'll be on for I'll watch it for like 20 minutes. So I've probably seen the whole thing, but just not all the way through in one sitting.
It'll be on, and then a commercial come, and then your daughter come beat you up, and
yeah. Next thing you know, I have to give her the Macho Man elbow from the top ropes.
Yes.
Small package.
Yeah. All right. Number 5. Oof. This is a big one.
Okay.
Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. However, it is the 2000 edition.
Oh,
so the Jim Carrey.
Another Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, Jim Carrey is the new Father Christmas.
Back to back. That's a good one though, man. That one's kind of grown on me over time because I saw it in the theater actually, and then I thought it was like, it's okay because I was still longing for the animated version. But as the years gone on, you watch it over and over again. I'm like, this one's actually pretty good.
Word. And then number 4, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yeah, starring Donald Trump.
Yes.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised it made more than the first one because the first one was such a big phenomenon, and especially in video, that the second one would make more money at the box office.
How do you know the first one isn't on this list?
Ooh, good point. Very good point. We're not still. It could be number one.
Well, it's got big shoes to fill because Home Alone 2 did 358 million, almost 359.
Wow.
Okay, here's one I haven't seen. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks. I didn't realize it was Christmas.
Oh yeah.
But kids movie, 2007, 365 million.
I don't think
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I've seen bits and pieces. Another one I've seen bits and pieces of. But, yeah, I had no idea it was a Christmas movie.
All right. So moving on, number 2, 1990s Home Alone.
Ah, there it is. All right, there it is.
Macaulay Culkin on the map for sure.
Hey, you know what I found out the other day? Macaulay Culkin. Guess what his middle name is?
It's like, it's not a traditional name, right? It's like a last name.
Yeah, well, that was his original last name. His birth last name, his given middle name, I'm sorry, is Carson. But then he had a contest for all of his fans to give him a new middle name.
Oh.
And so he's got a new middle name. If you look up his Wikipedia article, it actually has his new middle name in it.
Okay, let's pretend I have time to do that. What is it?
Macaulay Culkin.
His middle name is Macaulay Culkin?
Yes. So his name is Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would have voted for Kevin. Come on.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That would have been awesome.
I know, right? But the fact his name is Macaulay Culkin is just, that's too much.
Yeah. That would have Macaulay Kevin Culkin. That would have been cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's an iconic character. Everyone loves him. The character, anyway. I don't know about Macaulay Culkin, but anyway. So that was number 2. Then I can't wait for number 1.
Number 1's an interesting one because I just want to count not to take away from it.
Yeah,
sure, it's a good film. Sure, the team did a great job on it. I just think maybe because it's a newer film, it's got some modern inflation money right away.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And Home Alone was 476 million. Okay. This bad boy is 538 million, almost 539 million.
Mm-hmm.
2019 remake of The Grinch.
Oh, some of that money is because of me. I remember going and seeing it.
All right, there you go. So yeah, that's definitely like the Benedict Cumberbatch version. But I mean, it's 100% animation, right? So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So did you like that one better than the Jim Carrey version?
No, I like the Jim Carrey version better, but I did like this one. This one was fun, and they stretched it out. It's not like a remake of the original half-hour animated cartoon that you see every year, like where it came out in 1980 something, I think, or 1970 something. But
right,
it was short, so it was fun. It was the fact that my daughter was around the age where she could start kind of watching movies at the theater and actually sit through the whole thing decently. She was around 7, I think, at the time. But even still, I mean, she was still all a little squirmy all over the place. But yeah, it was fine. It was, I think, I expected a little bit more, but at the same time, it's a kid's film, so it wasn't really made for me.
Right. I haven't seen that one. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe when your kids get older, it's still a fun watch, and it's only I'm looking at it right now. It's only 85 minutes, so it's very well paced.
Well, that's cool.
Uh-huh. Right on, man. Number 1 out of all the ones that you listed, which one is your favorite?
Batman Returns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think from
no, I just like it because it's Batman. No, I don't know. call me a sap or a simp. I like those Christmas. I just like the ones that are there. I like the Christmas adjacent. I like the Batman one. I like Gremlins. I like Die Hard. Both of them. So, but as far as like, if you ask me a Christmas movie, I mean, I think my favorite's Christmas Vacation.
Okay, yeah, me too. That was my favorite. It's always been there. All right, cool, man. Great list. I know we're still one more holiday away from it, but you know, it's getting that time where all the new holiday movies come out, and I don't know about this new one coming out that they're previewing, Red One. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
You're being nice by saying it's interesting.
You know what? I like it. The guy who plays Santa, the Spider-Man boss.
Oh yeah, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, I like him.
I like him too, and he's fucking yoked.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that real. That might not be real though. That might just be CGI enhanced or AI enhanced or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like the whole
I don't
de-aging
know.
thing.
It's like I didn't see it coming. It could be interesting.
You know, for the fact that, you know, I hope it's good because, you know, they're doing all this marketing for it, but man, it just, from what I see in the trailer, it just looked like it's going to be bad. But it might be one of those where like our kids, like, you know, your kids are going to be like, when they're our age, like, Red One is on, let's watch it.
Yeah. I remember like this article about just how, other than his apparent the Fast movies, the Fast and Furious movies, like how the Rock movies have really underperformed for what they thought they would do.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Like what's that one he had, Black Adam, or that?
Yeah, Black Adam really underperformed.
Jungle Book was another one.
Yeah, Jungle Book. The Tooth Fairy was actually one of the bigger ones, only because it was a kids movie.
Yeah, my daughter likes it.
The Jumanjis.
Oh, the first one was good. The second one wasn't as good as the first, in my opinion. Anyway, that started his, I think that started his whole Safari.
What was the other one? That Rampage? Remember the video game based one?
Oh,
Rampage?
yeah. Yeah, I actually saw that one in the theater. It wasn't that great. I should have waited.
And then what was the other one when he had like the fake leg?
The fake leg?
Yeah.
Huh, I don't remember that one.
It looked like a Towering Inferno ripoff.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know he had a fake leg on it, but I remember him doing like the tightrope scene, right? During the trailer.
Oh, I don't remember that. I remember like he like used the leg to like for extension to latch on, like he was jumping between a splitting floor or something like that.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I've never seen it, so.
Yeah. And then what else? 2012.
Oh yeah, he was in that. I don't remember.
Yeah. There's a new list. The Rock failures, everyone.
Next week. We're coming up next week.
And then Mania 22. No.
Oh, that's great. The Rock's worst matches. That'd be the following. Yeah, the Rock's not as great as everyone makes him out to be, and even his
Rundown was cool.
That was a fun movie. I did like that one, but I liked it more for Sean William Scott and the Scottish dude.
And don't forget Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh, that's right. He was the tribal warrior, right? Or the fighter?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, good times. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The Rock has a good publicist. That's all I got to say.
You got a good manager.
How's your beer treating you? Or agent, yeah. How's your beer treating you, man?
Good. Almost gone.
Yeah, mine too. We're going to rate our beers right now on Untapped. So let me see here. Let me whip it out. There we go. And I actually did, I followed up on what I did last week is I typed in your beer so I wouldn't have to ask you, what beer you have again? Shoot. I'm fucking it up already. Here we go. Black Butte 36. Got it right here. What would you like to rate this beer at?
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Oh, okay. It's an overall rating right now of 4.13, so it's a little bit of a cold brew correction. What notes would you like to leave on it?
I would just say aged,
Yeah.
smooth,
Okay.
and sweet.
And sweet. Very nice. All right. Check in and get these badges out of here. You know, it always. I'm always. Not. I wouldn't say shocked. Maybe surprised or like. I always forget that Black Butte is actually a porter. It's not a stout.
Yeah,
I always forget that.
me too, because I call it a stout and beer.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just because of the mouthfeel and the complexity it has, I totally understand why. But I always forget it is a porter because when I was rating it right now, I'm like, yeah, it is a porter. It's an imperial porter. You think at that point it'd become a stout, right?
Right.
All right, so I had Everybody Loves the Sunshine by Renhouse. I like this one. I'm gonna give this one a 4.25. It is because of it because hazy IPAs. I like them nice and soft and pillowy, and this is right up there with that. I like a little bit more of the stone fruit flavors, but this one has a more of a white grape. Like they said, it is a sweet, like dry and citrusy flavor. So that's why it's a little bit stunted. It's not as it would have rated higher had it had more stone fruit in it. But that's just my own personal taste. So it has an overall rating of 4.13. Hey, just like yours. And two of our friends have rated it for an average of 3.6. Jose A gave it a 3.2, and Ali C gave it a 4. So I'm going to bump that up to a 4.25. You check in 4.25, and I am going to say it is. Excuse me. It is soft and juicy. Save and check in. All right, so yeah, man. It's funny because I just edited and posted the show. Not when it happened, but the Coach's Corner. We had Coach's Corner, and I remember asking you if you think Dennis Allen was still safe or in the hot seat, and you're like, no, you agreed that it was probably because of injuries that their team was doing so bad. Not really his fault, but then lo and behold, he gets released. And then what's the new guy's name? Rizzi, Damian Rizzi or Dennis Rizzi or something like that.
Oh, now that you said it, I can't think of it right now.
But he comes in and they win the game.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Darren Rizzi.
Darren, that's it. Darren Rizzi. So yeah, the whole what's the word I'm looking for? But when the coach gets fired, the interim coach comes in and the team wins the next game. But they're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl or anything. But they won their first game, and it was against Atlanta, who was in the lead, right? First place in the division.
Are they? Oh, Tampa. Oh no, Tampa lost. Yeah.
So yeah, but you brought up Tampa. Since you brought it up, what'd you think of the 49ers Buccaneers game?
Oh geez, it's one of those. You play down a level and you could get beat.
Yeah.
Right away. Okay, we got the touchdown. Cool. The rookie.
Pearsall, yeah.
I can't say it. Pearsall, yeah. I always want to say Pearsall. That was a great play. That was both the catch and the run. It's like, cool. Well, okay, we got these guys. We're getting them off the field. And then we go and we stall and we kick the ball. And I was thinking in my head, man, field goals get you beat. And yeah, I mean, sure enough, I mean, it was a sloppy game. The one turnover we had was flashbacks of the Super Bowl. That Luter Jr. kid who got pushed into the punt returner.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, man, play the outside, dude. Play the freaking outside. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or there's got to be a better code or something that he could know when to like disengage or get away. Because when the ball's on the ground, they scream like something like well, like fire is a good call for like all stuff going away, but they'll also say like poison, like poison get away, or
Yeah.
or back. I mean, just
Something.
like go towards the sideline because the ball's live. You don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback, but come on, that's like it seems more like a fundamental discipline thing that he's messing up on.
Yeah. That and then of course our kicker misses 3 field goals.
Yeah, yeah. You. I mean, I get it. It's his first game back after the injury. However, it just like
But 3? Maybe
you're
1.
better than that kid. I know. Well, I know one took off sideways. I thought it was blocked, but that's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah, you get the yips in your head after you miss one. I bet.
Oh yeah. I didn't think of that. But yeah, that's a
Just like
mental thing.
you're overcompensating. You want to hit it flush and solid. So a little redemption arc. At
Yeah.
the same time, I'm glad we did it in regulation as opposed to going to OT and risking it. I'm kind of glad. We had a nice drive to get to that spot. That was pretty legit playing right there.
Yeah. One of my favorite plays of the game was that George Kittle catch where he he climbed the
the
ladder.
touchdown or the bobble catch.
Was it the bobble catch where he also like plowed through 2 guys and drug another one?
No, that was just that was a screen. No, there was one where like he was running, it was in traffic, and it bounced off his hands, but he still grabbed it and came down with it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, and then he went down immediately after the catch, but yeah, no, the other one, the one where he climbed the ladder and then he bounced off a couple guys.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think he climbed the ladder, but I know he had like a good run where like he had like 20 yards after the catch, but that was like just a scream. But he broke a few tackles.
I was watching it at an ice skating rink, so I don't. My memory's kind of fuzzy. At least they had it on, man. I love that ice skating rink because they have the what do you call it, Sunday ticket.
There you go.
So yeah, it was good. And then the times of when I was and the game was actually on over here. It was actually broadcast because the Cardinals were playing in the afternoon and the Niners played in the morning, so they actually had the broadcast. Plus, I think it's their game of the week because Tom Brady was on the call. What'd you think of him?
I really didn't hear it that much because I was just watching it with my daughters in the room, and they had their little videos and laptops going for, or not laptops, but tablets going for stuff. So
with the volume,
I knew it was Brady. Here's the thing: I knew it was Brady, and I even had closed caption on, but it doesn't catch up. A lot. It doesn't sync up a lot.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's delayed because of the live feed, and the people can't type that fast. But I don't know if he did it this game because I didn't watch it with the sound on either. But Brady he's in broadcast previous broadcast. He calls the red zone the red area. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Like we've grown up calling the inside the 20 the red zone, and he calls it the red area. I don't get that, but he's fine. Like people are criticizing him. They want him to be like the next Tony Romo or like better than Tony Romo because he was a better player than Tony Romo was, and Romo was he was a lightning out of the bottle, right? Like when he first came on the scene, like he's predicting plays and shit. And I just think half the time he got lucky. But
I think it was just more of just a modern quarterback insight. I think a lot of guys could.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Could do it. Could have done it. I mean, in all honesty, underrated, under the radar, and I think he was pulled back. But I think Trent Dilfer gave a lot of insight when he did him. And who even did a lot too was Billick.
Oh, Brian Billick, yeah, the
old Ravens coach.
Yeah.
He really broke down a lot of offensive stuff. I remember when he was on games, especially because the Niners weren't when they weren't that good, he would get that assignment.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of practicality and explanation of how the offensive concepts are there. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why
Yeah.
people expect more from Brady because he was such a good quarterback. You'd think he'd be able to break down what everyone's doing, and he kind of is doing it.
Yeah.
I just think he's doesn't know when to speak his opinion about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, in all honesty, what the best is, although you need to pay attention and know the game, is Peyton Manning and Eli.
Yeah,
They're really good, like because they joke around and they go at each other and
they
and
interview
talk trash,
people.
but when it's game time and plays and stuff, like they know it and they get it and it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it is. And I would like to see them on a regular broadcast instead of doing their shenanigans, but it has ratings and it is kind of fun to watch, to tune in for a while for a Monday night game and watch them break down the games.
For sure.
But yeah, I just think Brady just needs more reps and he'll be fine. He'll be one of the better commentators or announcers.
Yes, but not one of the better owners.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Yes, I think that it kind of hamstrings him too, as far as because he can't do the pre-production like the other commentators can.
Word.
So that might kind of, as far as giving insights of players' personalities and the coaches, not game plan, but as far as their ethic and their demeanors.
Yeah.
You watch the games and like some of the commentators like, oh yeah, when we talked with so and so, they're very excited about this game because X, Y, and Z. He can't bring that those little tidbits, but I don't know if those really add to the thing. But I really want to see him flourish in like the breakdown of the plays, and I think he's starting to get that. He's starting to get it. But whatever, man. It's commentated with any sports game, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, whatever. You can watch it in a bar with no sound, and you're still fine.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you don't need the announcers, but if you do have the sound on, it kind of makes it a more pleasurable experience.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, man. Anything else you'd like to bring up on this episode of Cöld Brüe Podcast?
Oh, real quick, did you see the end of the Commanders Steelers game?
Oh, I was, like I said, I was at the ice rink and they had it on. Remind me what happened.
Okay, so it was like a minute 12 left or whatever, and Steelers had the lead in the ball, and it was the old just line up and try to draw the defense off sides.
Oh, now that you say yes, I did see the end. Holy shit.
Yeah, they drew the defense off sides. Like, I swear to God, for as much football as I saw, for it to get the first down to solidify the game, I've never seen it work, and it worked today.
It was a rookie out of like, I forgot what school he's out of. They said it, and I'm like, oh, rookie, of course.
Right. So, I mean, as much as I hate Wilson because he was so good against us for so many years, he still got it, I guess, right?
Yeah, and if the Cousin Sal bet hit, Cousin Sal's been doing this. The Jimmy Kimmel personality. He has his own betting show, and he's on the Bill Simmons podcast. He always bets the Steelers to lose the first half but win the game, and it's like always like plus 800, so it's 8-1 odds, and it's hit like I don't know, like it hit more than half the time last year, and it's already hit more than half the time this year. Like I gotta start making that bet whether it hits or not. Like might be too late to tell, but it seems like a not a sure thing. But if you hit 8-1, you only need to hit it like once or twice, and you're plus money for the year.
There you go.
But anyway, so yeah, and that one because I think they were down 17-10 at the half or something like that. Or 17-14 at the half, and then they end up winning the game. The Steelers their defense is so good. They just need just enough offense to win the game, and they got it, man. They're gonna. I mean, they're already gonna hit their over, I think, and they're probably gonna make the playoffs.
Word.
But yeah, with those anemic offenses they had, if Russell Wilson just makes them that much better.
Yeah, and then all the old tricks are working for him all of a sudden.
All right. Hey, you need a little bit of luck in your game, just like the Lions had a little bit of luck to this last night or for the Sunday night game. So.
Yeah, I know. I was having flashbacks to our game.
Yeah,
with the missed kick and all that close game.
Yeah,
but damn, I just saw it real quick too. I think he's the first quarterback to win since 2012. Since 2012. Goff was the first quarterback to win a game with 5 interceptions.
Oh, that's right. He had 5 picks today. I can't believe they overcame that. So,
yeah. Although one I won't count because it's there was the Hail Mary at the end of the half.
Oh yeah, that's that should be like a separate stat on its own.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a pick, but it was no time left. No one was going to do nothing. Yeah. However, I mean, well, even 4 is a lot, but the last dubious quarterback to do that dubious stat was Matt Ryan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Matty Ice.
Word.
All right. Thank you for downloading yet again another Cöld Brüe podcast. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.